Alright, so we got the slash on the bench. And the slash has broken a turnbuckle. Oh, this broke too. Oh, one of the screws came out over here too, to the bell crank. So I have to get that fixed too. So I think I'm going to have to pull apart the front so that I can get to that because the screw is missing. So that's the next thing I'm going to do is pull off the front of this. That's going to have to be a different video. It's more damage to the slash than I thought. Alright, welcome back. So the last one we fixed the 4S outcast. We got this link put on. We're going to change the other link to match it up so I can measure it to make it the right length. But the bell crank's got an issue. So we're going to pop that apart. These screws are custom for my top brace. Because I do have a support brace added to this slash. We're going to get the battery out of here. And we'll get the GPS out of here too. I don't think I need to take off that box. I might have to get to the bell crank. But these are no. Alright, so we got a screw missing on this bell crank. So let me see if I have one of those screws, because it's a special type of screw. Alright, so it's one of these shank screws. Hopefully this is the right size. Really? So this one's really short. So we're going to have to use the red ones. God, these just don't look like the right ones. Let me try to find the right ones. These are all too small. We'll be right back. Okay, so got the front back together. It's got the screw in there. So the steering's all back together. I ended up finding a stock link for the other side to match. So I'll bring you in. So that link is the same as that link now. So I did have a stock link, I just had to look for it. Went ahead and set the alignment. So the alignment's all good now. So the screw down in there on the other side of this is the one that had the issue. So now all I have left to do is go ahead and get the wing reattached. So none of the screws, because they're plastic screws that hold this on, screws and nuts, it just ripped them out. So we're going to go ahead and put some metal screws and washers in there now. have to throw some nuts on the back side of this thing. Definitely got to clean the work area. Some little 8mm screws. These are a lot stronger than what was in here. The bug bodies seem to last a lot longer than the standard bodies, and they don't parasail as bad. Somebody was asking if I carry parts for all my RCs. I just carry the standard parts, the things I know that are going to break, like lengths for Traxxas. They're just different lengths, but all the ends are pretty much the same. So it's something that I do carry. But there we go, this repair. I really need to go through this RC. I'm going to show you the Bellcrank. So the Bellcrank is an STRC Bellcrank. Works pretty good. Hot racing fans. Works really good. Standard hot racing, basic heatsink. You can see the slipper clutch design, all metal slipper clutch. I do have the STRC center drive shaft. The Techno one works as well. Of course, Proline shocks all the way around. Got some eBay cheap turnbuckles along with the eBay cheap aluminum lower control arms. MIP drive shafts. So, Castle motor along with the Mamba Monster X 8S ESC, and then the moved up receiver box to where the sound kit used to be up top, so that I had plenty of room for the Mamba Monster X 6S, RPM mount and RPM switch holder, pinion gear. As you see, I'm geared up pretty high. I want to say that's a 22 tooth, somewhere around there. And then RPM rear bumper, along with, this is the stock front bumper. but RPM rear, and then of course a rear sway bar. No front sway bar. I did notice that the turnbuckles were getting loose right in here, so I did tighten them down. Proline body mounts. Just a basic little setup. So, but it makes it very bulletproof, especially with this slipper clutch. A lot of people talk about if they had a center diff, if you buy the right slipper clutch, the way we lock them up, you really don't need a center differential unless you're going to keep the power down on the front. But this was an eBay upper support brace before support braces were popular. Found this, a company was making them on eBay. I haven't seen them in years for the slashes. But hot racing motor mount. So I just took the best of all the parts I knew that worked from all my different slash builds and went ahead and put it together on this build. So there we go. This repair is all done. Had to pull apart the whole front end, which is easy. It's basically 4 screws on this low center of gravity chassis. To pull it apart, just to pull it out, if you were going to take the whole front end off, you just have to disconnect both steering links, and then the whole front end comes off. But it's about time I go through this RC and give it a whole refresh. Check bearings, that kind of stuff. Definitely was fun bashing it. Hasn't been out in a while. So we're going to get it cleaned up. Get it back on the bench and do a complete teardown of it. So there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on my next video. Let me know what you think about the Slash 4x4 Baja setup. I have done the speed builds with them. I've done the speed builds with 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, but basically the 4-wheel drive set up as a buggy, an off-road buggy, to do some light bashing at parks, grass runs, diamonds at parks, baseball diamonds, that kind of stuff. It's really a fun RC. But when you get into the severe bashing out in the desert with big rocks and big jumps and that kind of stuff, Slash doesn't do good there. You just got to get to a bigger RC. So, and that's where I think the 4S line picks up that middle ground. It still doesn't do as well out in the desert, but for some rocky areas around the house, like my BMX track, the 4S might be the way to go. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.